Hey guys, it's been a long time, but welcome. I'm happy to be back and welcome you all to a new adventure we are going to embark on in the world of Chips Challenge as per usual. You might notice that this is being posted on a brand new channel that I made about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, depending on when this goes up. And this has been something I've thought about for a couple months now. And let's just kind of dive right into it. So for anyone that's not familiar, I am Josh, or known as Flareon350. I should probably put that username to rest, but I don't know. I don't really have a better one in mind right now. So we're just gonna roll with it because I've been used to it for like 15 years now. This is definitely new, this whole webcam stuff. And this is probably not something you might enjoy yourself, but I personally want to do it, so I hope it doesn't bother you, and if it does, just put something over my face. I will not take offense to it. I know I'm not the most attractive person out there, which is fine. And I have a completely new setup. It's not much. It's literally in a corner of my room, shielded by black curtains, and I am vibing in this little section. This is going to be a lot of fun. I have been very eager to jump back into recording stuff for Chips Challenge for a long time, and I actually didn't intend on like dipping out from it. It just kind of happened. But we'll get more into that as we play, and kind of explain what I'm doing here and what the set is. You might already know what the set is if you're familiar with the CC Discord. But if you're not, first join it. If you're a real person, please join it. And if you like the game, for sure, join it. But this set is called Joshie.dat, made by me. This set is something I put together about 10 months ago now, close to a year. And this set is basically, if you're familiar with Joshie.dat, which had like 986 levels or something like that. I don't remember the exact amount. This set tops that. That's why I did it, because I felt like topping it. I'm just like that, I guess. This level set has, as of this recording, 1,323 levels that come from every single level set I've made. There are some that aren't in here, mainly ones that don't play nice in links, or just were made in a non-serious manner, or just straight up meme levels or level edits of other levels. Those are not included in this. So the real total of levels I've made over my career in CC design is like 1,400 something. So this has the rest of them. And you're probably wondering, like, Josh, you know, why are you playing your own levels again? Also, do you like my Flareon hat? I got it just for this, and because Flareon's cool. Yes, I have played a lot of my own levels in the past, and I don't know. I'm not doing it to like gloat about myself. It's more just I like talking about stuff I've made. This is what better set to do it in than this one. And I know there's going to be some levels I've already played and I've talked about in the past, like ones I've gotten into CCLP 4 or 5 or 1. Or I think I did a Joshie.dat 2 look back at one point on the other channel, which is still there, by the way. Nothing got deleted or nothing. I just don't want to use that channel no more for that. I kind of want to do Chips Challenge on its own thing now, and I can't guarantee I'll even stick with it. Anything can happen. But in an ideal world, I would like to stick with doing this, because I did miss it. I do miss it. So let's get, I guess let's get into it. I kind of wanted to keep this intro at least less than 6 minutes, and so far I've been nailing that. So the story with this level set is every level that's in here has been ordered by random. I compiled a list of levels I wanted to include in this, and I sent the list to Tyler Sontag, who is such a bro. Love that guy. No homo. Actually, yeah, homo. And he was very nice enough to use some programming skills, because I'm not into that. I should be, but I'm not. And he generated this level set in pseudo-random order, I guess you can say, because I did make some tweaks to it to kind of make some level slots more fitting for certain levels. But that's not really the point. The point is it's all random, so if you are going to be doing something like I'm doing and playing everything in here, you are not going to know if you're going to get a good level or a crap level, because there are still some bad levels in this. There's Joshie.dat content, some Joshie.3 content. Most of my reject levels are in here. Stuff like that, you know, you just never know what you're going to get. And of all the levels that became level 1 is Frozen Over, which I think we've all heard the rundown history of. The time limit should not be 500, and it is not in here because I made the level and I should have had the final say in the time limit. I did not, unfortunately, have that opportunity. I don't remember. CCLP4 was so long ago. It's actually surreal that set's like 8 years old or something like that. Can I? Yeah, there we go. So, multiple ways to collect some chips. Exit is located in the northeast corner. Nothing is under blocks. That last part of that hint probably didn't need to be in here, to be honest, but CC or Chips Challenge level design is in a really weird phase right now. I want to say, I don't even know if I want to say weird, but it's in a what do you want to call it? I guess weird. I guess weird is the right way to put it. Okay, you go down here. See if I can one-shot this level. It's worth mentioning I did a practice recording of this about 2 weeks ago, before the setup was truly done. And I liked the end result of the video that made, but I wanted to update things. I wanted to get the hat first of all, and I died because I misstepped. So I'm not one-shotting it, unfortunately, but that's fine. And the whole setup needs to be finished, because I didn't have all the curtains, and it felt weird to have a part of this corner exposed to the rest of my room, which is not a big deal. It's not like, you know, I guess just from a recording perspective, I wanted it to be a little more contained, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Bummer.
Okay, I can't do that. Oh, you can, but I'm not good at half-waiting. Used to be. Maybe in some real world I never really was and just thought I was. It's not the ideal way of going about this level, but I don't know what else to do.
Bummer.
Yeah. So the whole premise behind this, what I'm aiming for, and why I kind of have the webcam, most importantly, and why I have the fancy microphone and everything. I used to just use a headset with headphones like this. This used to be my microphone. It still is. Actually, that's not true. It's not, as you can see. But I kind of wanted this to be more of like a podcasty kind of environment, if that makes sense. Like, just a little section to just chill and, you know, just have me on in the background if you want. If you got nothing else to really watch or have on in the background, because background noise is so important these days. Like, I can't even stress how important having background noise while you do other stuff is. So I'm hoping this will provide you with that if it's your fancy. I know some series I did in the past, I really forget what it was, but it might have been my CCLP5 submissions set. Why do I keep... The funny thing is, this happened in the test recording too. I just kept struggling on this level. So at least that part's being retained. But yeah, I remember when I was doing my CCLP5 submissions, playing through them just to make the TWS. I got some, I don't want to call it praise, but I got someone, actually I think a couple people actually mentioned that they had me on in the background while they did other stuff like housework. And they genuinely, like, really enjoyed the background noise of what I was talking about, or just anything. And that felt really good. I mean, I've never gotten a comment like that before, and I feel like most people, especially these days, would probably take some amount of offense to that. Like, oh, I'm just worth being on in the background. I'm not actually worth watching or something. Which, yeah, sure, you know, that I guess that can kind of suck if, you know, like, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, that is kind of lame. But I don't really feel that way about it. I kind of like it. Because especially with a game like Chips Challenge, like, you can only be so interesting with this game. I mean, it's the same general idea. I mean, yeah, sure, the levels you play are different and such, and I know a webcam definitely doesn't really provide much more to go off of. Where the heck is the last chip? Where have I not been? I feel like I don't want to do that. Is it this way? I don't remember there being a chip over here. No, there's not. Okay, where the heck am I missing the last one? It's gonna be somewhere up. It's right there. Okay, let me get this stupid chip first. If I'm being completely real, I'm honestly still surprised this is even in CCLP4. Oh, this isn't that wasn't what I was thinking of. How on earth do you get that chip then? Oh boy, I am really trying to figure this out. Okay. It's gotta be through this way, right? Oh, it's literally just right here. You don't even need to dodge that many blocks. You can use a shortcut too. That's cool. Who put that shortcut there? They're an awesome fella. There we go. Finally beat that level. Yeah, I'm really surprised this got into CCLP4. This didn't really seem like something worthy now that I look back at it, but maybe I pushed for it or something. I don't remember. See, my CCLP4 staff history and experience is, there's only certain things I remember. Okay, bomb arc extended. There are 23 extra chips.
Bummer.
Okay, so this is a level I know I've never played on camera before. This is a level in my reject set. A pretty early one, I want to say. And I actually don't think this is possible in Lynx because of explosion delay just taking up a lot of time. But I could be wrong. But the history with this level is there's another level I made called Bomb Arc. And it's this idea but very small. And this level just makes it bigger. Because why not? So there's not really not much to talk about with this one, but that's the history behind it. And that's one of the things I kind of want to do with this is I just want to talk about, you know, why I made certain levels, how I made certain levels, if I can remember. Obviously there's so many levels in here, I'm not going to remember how every single one has been made or anything. And yeah, some of these blocks have chips under them. So yeah, as I was saying, so like, where have I been? What have I been doing? Why did I stop recording stuff? You know, if you care. I mean, I feel like YouTube and Twitch, you know, you kind of have your peak moments, and you kind of know when to call it quits, I guess. And I didn't call it quits. You know, what literally happened was I got a job, a really good job at that, and it just kept me busy to the point where I just didn't have the energy to record. And at the time, I don't really think I had much to really record in terms of CC. I did consider let's playing CCLP5. I will say that, but the reason why I didn't do it, and I don't think I will do it, because one, CCLP5 is kind of a mixed bag, more of a mixed bag than I honestly anticipated it being. And these are just my opinions, you know. I like CCLP5. I'm much more proud of it than I am with CCLP4 personally. But there's some parts of CCLP5 that I don't really care for. And believe it or not, it's the fact I have so many levels in the set. I'm really not happy with the amount I got in, which might shock you. I'm aware. I might be a surprise, like, oh, you know, I got 46 or some whatever levels in CCLP5. You know, that's the most of any designer of any CCLP thus far. You know, that's a new world record, I guess, or whatever. But I don't really care about that. I actually didn't want to exceed 40. Even 40's a lot, but wow. Oh, I already have all the chips. Cool. Alright, there's that done. Okay, Direction Islands. This is another rejects level, and for good reason. It is very boring. The exit is directly north of you, but you can't reach it from here. Go northeast instead. There's a lot of uncertainty with this level, and this was kind of just made to just exist. I mean, there's no reason this needs to exist. This is a pretty boring level. Anyway, what else did I write down? What I can talk about? So yeah, I got a job, I got busy with it, and you can't even go that way.
Bummer.
And the job I got is actually really chill. So I've been with the company I've been working for. It's a family-owned business, a small business, no corporation tied to it whatsoever, which is a godsend. I think every single job I've had up to now has been corporate in some capacity, and I've kind of grown to resent corporate businesses for that reason. They do not treat employees well at all. I mean, they can. There are some out there that do, but at least the ones around where I live, they could care less. Like you're very replaceable. And okay, I don't know which way I want to go with this. Let's just go in the middle. Not sure if this was the right way. I don't think it was. Let's do one more block just to see. Oh yeah, definitely not the right way. Can I even go? Like, I could salvage a couple of these and push them up this way. Yeah, those force floors are kind of meant to help you where to go, but they don't really help at all. That's my bad. They don't help. This is the best way to do it. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I've wasted too many. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Hold the phone, folks. We might be able to salvage this. Oh yeah, we are able to do this. Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, so you're supposed to go this way. I'm gonna go top, like that. So yeah, the whole premise of this is just to just kind of give you something to chill with, and you know, we talk about anything and everything. So if you are watching and you would like to, you know, see me talk about something specific that I might not know much about, I would be willing to do that. I'm a very the way I operate with the way my brain is I'm very selective with what I talk about, and if it's something that doesn't really interest me, I just don't talk about it, because I don't see a point to retain that information. That's just the way I am. I've always been that way. So my interests and likes are very niche and very specific. But that doesn't mean I'm not open to learning stuff and talking about other stuff. If there's probably something I am aware of that you might want to see me talk about. So if there's anything, like anything at all, like I think my only limits would be politics stuff and like real world issues, because that's not what we're here for. I mean, if that's your thing, good for you. Nothing against you, but that's not what I'm here for. So if there's any like fun, vibey, casual thing you want to see me talk about or hear me talk about or whatever, please let me know. Like I'm not even kidding, because I am on a dry faucet right now. And we'll go from there, I guess. Let's see, what else was there to talk about? I typed out a whole notepad text file of like not everything, but just general like topics. Not topics, just like random stuff. Oh yeah, so yeah, I got the job. Work for a small family business. This is the Chase. This is a Joshie.1 level I made, and it's extremely easy. It's your standard chase race level made in 2009, because you didn't know chase race existed, because at the time you didn't play CCLP2. Anyway, work for a small family business. It is literally just me and one other guy at work. It's a 2-man operation and has been since I worked there. Started 3 years ago. And the first year and a half was a nightmare. I worked for this old guy. He was insanely rude to me. And you do need that glider, I believe. Could be wrong. I don't think... you might not need him. Oh yeah, you could have ran here all the way and... Oh no, you don't need the glider. But all those exits are next to invisible walls, so... that is the Chase. It was a nightmare working for the old guy, because he was, a boomer. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He was a boomer. I'm a millennial, and I don't do well with people like that. He was a very judgmental kind of guy. He didn't like my work ethic, even though I was his only guy working there. And he was just really difficult to work with. We did not get along. I contemplated quitting that job multiple times. You have one tank can be deadly, yada yada yada. He's just generally an unpleasant person to work with. The reason why I didn't quit that job, though, was because he was on his way out. Actually, I think I screwed it because I went across the pop-up walls. I'm supposed to get the key first. And he was on his way out on retirement. And I was lined up to take over the branch I work at. So that was my motivation to keep working there, and just kind of tell myself, once he's gone and he's retired, I really don't need to worry about that guy ever again. And once he left in Christmas of 23 is when he retired. So the following year and a half from then till now, Okay, can I get past this guy? Probably. Essentially, ever since he left, and I've been working with my own guy now, the whole job has completely 360 or 180'd. It is a fantastic job, a fantastic work environment, and these walkers are pretty stupid.
Bummer.
Point taken. Ugh. Yeah, this level's not that nice. It's a pretty stupid level. Comes from Joshie.dat 2. I think I talked about it in the Joshie.dat 2 look back, but I have no idea what anything I said in that. It's basically a really drawn out item swapper centered around a tank sliding on ice, trying to be unpredictable when it really isn't unpredictable. It's a Joshie.dat 2 classic, folks. And the Sokoban is just boring. It'd be funny if I actually died to that tank somehow. Okay, I got a little lucky with that blob, not gonna lie. So now that I run the store and I have my own guy who's a really chill guy, old enough to be my dad. Actually, my dad is actually younger than him. Wow. Wow. See, you don't get moments like that when you don't show a webcam, man. Holy shit. That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience with that death. Wow. Awesome stuff. So I took over, been running it myself, and it's been very nice. Practically life-changing. It doesn't mean like there's no more bad days at the job, because there are still a plenty of those, but at least it's not someone berating me just because I bring a breakfast burrito in to work. And yeah, that did happen. That did actually happen. There was one morning I came in with a breakfast burrito, because I was a driver. I was a truck driver for the company. Small commercial truck to go up the mountains and deliver some flooring products. And I brought a breakfast burrito in with me for lunch one morning. It was on a delivery day on this route up the mountains, so it was for the ride up there. And he got all bent out of shape because I didn't eat it at home or whatever it was. And that might not seem like a big deal, like something worth kind of getting upset about, but I'm a very sensitive kind of person. And I've been working on that sensitivity by just not letting things bother me as much. Definitely a work in progress. But I've been learning, getting used to the job, the new responsibilities, all that stuff. And, you know, 2024 was not the best year of my life, I have to say. I had to deal with a lot of life changes, to put it lightly. If you know, you know. I could mention it, I guess, but I won't talk too much about it because, again, that's just not the vibe I'm going for here. But my grandmother did pass away last year. And it's been like 13 months now, and honestly, I'm still not completely over it. I don't think I could ever truly get over it. Kind of weird to talk about that. They're on a level name with the word dead in it, but the point is, it's been a rough couple of years, and I missed doing this. I felt like I just didn't have it in me to do it anymore, so I stopped. Hold on. Now found the pause button. I could have used that the whole time. Oh well, I'll just cut that out in post. Yeah, I miss doing this. I really truly did. And I guess I was just waiting for the right time to come back to do it. I never gave up on Chip's challenge. In fact, you know, I did a couple set projects, or not even a couple. I did mainly one with JB and VT, mostly JB though, with Walls of CC1, which I guess we can talk about as we play in Closed Sanctuary. This is a Joshie.dat 5 level, and I'm pretty sure I submitted this for CCLP 5, and I talked about it there, but let's just get on with it. I think the only change I made to this was I made the chip count 30 because 29 bugged me. Yeah, so Walls of CC1 was a phenomenal prospect to work on with JB and VT. It saddens me that VT didn't get to partake in it as much as we hoped for. Especially when you consider the whole idea of Walls of CC1 was primarily his idea, I want to say. We wanted to work on a collab set together. This was following like right after Trading Places was completed between me and Jeffrey, which itself was a fun set to work on. All delays on Jeffrey's end notwithstanding. And we picked CC1 because it felt the most familiar to do. It felt like the most sense to do another Walls of set of, because VT didn't really have a full set of his own for me to really make a Walls of set with his levels, and him doing vice versa with mine. So we just vouched to work on a Walls of set of a set that nearly everyone is familiar of. And JB, shortly after, me and VT invited him in because he just so happened to share a level in the level design channel on the Discord that just so happened to use the template of Chipmine. And I, in particular, was really surprised by it because I think that's what you do. Yeah. This toggle button's kind of strange, but something to work on, I guess. Okay, this section you can mess up. I'm trying to remember how to do it. I think you just do this, yeah.
Bummer.
Oh no. Oh. For some reason, I thought I was on an ice tile. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. Anyway, more time to talk. So we invited JB on to do Walls of CC1 with us, and we redistributed the levels, the wall templates to work on, just to kind of make the workload fair. And at the time, we only had 48 levels to do a piece, because 149 did not divide easily by 3. So it was either we each did 49 and we had 2 collabs to do, or we each had 48 and we had 5 collabs to do. And 3 of those 5 would have been a 2-person collab. So 1 would be me and JB, 2 would be me and VT, and 3 would be JB and VT. And all of these levels got held off till the very end, because VT's participating in the project didn't really last. He unfortunately just got too busy with his own life to really keep up with it. So we redistributed levels once again to 60 levels between me and JB, and VT would have 24 to do. Because he still wanted to make at least 5 more levels, and so did we. We felt 60 was a perfect amount for each of us, for me and JB to do. So once me and JB hit our 60, VT still had 19 levels, and all we had left was the collabs. Besides that, and VT finally caved in and mentioned to us that he had to drop out because he was just too busy with life and just did not have time for anything Chips Challenge related, or really anything online related for that matter, because I personally have not talked to VT in like, I don't even know, several months, I have to say. And if for whatever reason he is out there watching this, VT, I miss you dearly. We talked about some fun stuff. Okay, better handle that walker that time. So once he dropped out, me and JB got the remainder of the templates that VT wanted to use, and we each made a grand total of 64 levels apiece, kept VT's 19, and then me and JB just made the 2 collab levels, which the collab levels are, I think, are hands down the best collab levels I've ever worked on with someone. Because collab levels are really weird. The process of going through them is really strange. Like, you don't know like how much to really build yourself, and then you don't know if you're kind of like, you're building a portion, then you send over what you made to the other person, they build a portion and then send it back, and vice versa until the level's done. That's how I always thought collabs worked. Okay, that was really close. But thankfully being on Discord helped a lot. And the experience of such was a fun one with JB. And I'm looking forward to Bowman. I say Bowman. That's just because I think of Bowser. Man, I miss making levels like this, man. I can't make levels like this no more. It's just constant variety and constant engagement. Nowadays, the only levels I want to make are just like puzzle heavy stuff. Which I need to break out of doing that because CCLP 5 is like probably the most puzzle heavy official set out there. Even more so than CCLP 3. Oh, and the hint says, be prepared to run for your life, because once you press this, you gotta run from that. And that is Enclosed Sanctuary done. I want to say Zane named this level 2, if memory serves correctly. And it's got a fun aesthetic in the editor, so cool level. Alright, Speedy Sokoban. This is another rejects level. Where the idea is to cover up every button as fast as you can because you have a time limit. And this is not the most engaging or most elegant looking time crunch Sokoban out there. In fact, I think one of the more elegant ones I have made is in Walls of CC1. I think it was the last level I made for it, too, on my end. Okay, we could just do that. Definitely helps if you know how to boost. I definitely don't really know how to do it anymore. Oh, that's a lie. I still know how to boost. That's not what I wanted to do. That's stupid. That is a way to mess yourself up. Let's just start from the left and go this way. So there are a couple of projects I'm working on. They're not really substantial, but they are significant. One of them is obviously my CC2 set, Flareon 2. That is still a work in progress. I have made a few new CC2 levels. I'm still working on my design style for that game because it's really awkward. But having the new CC2 edit out there to help you make them is vastly much more enjoyable than all the other CC2 level editors out there. No offense to CC Creator. But every offense to the built-in in-game editor, because that was garbage from the get-go. Though I respect it being in there. Okay, I think we can make this. So one thing I can probably encourage you to do, the viewer, if it is of your interest, is I don't intend on having music playing in the background in these because YouTube can probably be weird with its copyright crap. Okay, I think that's all of them. So if there's any music you want to have in the background as you watch this, please play it. I mean, I don't care. I like leaving it up to you because everyone's got different music tastes and stuff, so I don't want to force my own music tastes, which honestly would just be Pokemon music. I mean, so well, not just Pokemon music. It'd be some different video games, but if there's like whatever you listen to regularly, you know, like that's not like lyric heavy, yeah, feel free to listen to it in the background. You don't have to listen to my ugly voice all the whole time. I'm being mean on myself. I shouldn't do that. That's not what you're here for. Okay, Box Town. This level is interesting. When I first made this, I can't remember like where this actually came from, like what set I made this for. It might have been one of those JCCLP1 exclusive levels. I don't remember. But I remember when I first made it, these keys that I'm collecting that are under the blocks were not there originally. It was literally just like an Amsterdam level. But the walls are locks and it's colorful. That was literally the whole level. I added the keys to kind of help it make it interesting. And kind of give it that open world kind of vibe with it. I will say you do need a red key for the end. That's not good. Let's go this way. But it does allow for some pretty fun optimization stuff. If you're into that sort of thing. So you just need to unlock one of those. Oh, there's a wall right here. I never noticed that. Okay, we are out of blues. Okay, we got one blue. Okay, last chip. Where are we at? Where are we at? We are over there. Only way in. So you get the green afterward, and you have to find the exit. Which I don't remember where it was. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Cool stuff. Why? I don't know. Why? This is a Joshie.1 level, and it's boring. It is literally just a chip collection level, and it's titled Y because it looks like the letter Y in the editor. Again, 2009 me was a very different person. It's kind of funny, you know, looking back at all these older levels I made. You know, it amuses me that at one point in my life, I thought this was an awesome level. And now with the amount of experience I have with designing levels, I can look at this and say, wow, this is absolute crap. I mean, again, I'm being mean to myself. I shouldn't do that. I have a really bad habit of that. A really, really bad habit. But you know, I think once CCLP 5 came out and people started playing it and didn't really vibe with the levels in it, or I shouldn't say they didn't vibe with the levels, but just they weren't vibing with the difficulty it ended up having. Which I can probably admit, we probably overshot what we thought everyone wanted with the set with CCLP 5's difficulty curve. Which is fair, you know, we probably did overshoot it and think no one wanted another easy set. Which is fair, you know, and after playing it and, you know, building it and everything like that, picking levels for it, I can honestly agree. Yeah, it could have been a little easier in some places. We definitely could have had more designer variety. I really wish we did. I can't stress that enough, how much I wish we had more designer variety. A part of me hurts to have that many levels, and like it's almost like a discouraging amount, like to see, like think of yourself as a new player to the game, and a brand new CCLP came out, CCLP 5. It's like, wow, this is the 5th one, or the 6th one, however you want to put it. This is the 5th one they've made, and I've never played any of the ones prior, but I want to jump right into CCLP 5. I want to just start off playing it because, you know, it just got made, got put together. I want to have a good time with it. And sure, the first, you know, 30 or 40 levels are, you know, probably okay. Hard to really tell, you know, from a new player's perspective, but I would like to think at least the first 40 levels are reasonable. And then you get to, like, you see, and as you're playing, you keep saying, oh, level, like, designed by Josh Lee. Okay, you know, you beat the next one. Oh, Josh Lee. Oh, okay. This guy must make good levels, and you just keep seeing that, especially in like the early game. Like the early game of CCLP 5 is just clogged with levels of mine, levels of JB's, levels of Jeffrey's, which no shade to them. All those levels are great. But my biggest issue with CCLP 5 is the early game. The first 40 levels is literally just me, JB, and Jeffrey, and I think VT is like VT has 1 in that early game, and that's it. All the other designers are past level 40. Between level 41 and 50, the designers kind of shift a little bit. Like you get an indie level, you get Eric Schmidt level, you get Andrew Menzies level, you get who else do you get? Joshua Bone. Is that it? That might be it. I can't remember. But the point is, CCLP 5 could have benefited better, I think. I tried pushing for it, but my experience, the experience I had with the CCLP 4 staff was very opposite of CCLP 5. I was very hands-off with CCLP 5. Okay, creature comforts. We are on our very first Walls of CC1 level, folks. This is a Walls of Partial Post level. I want to say I made this... Okay, we're going to come back for that. And we're just gonna blow ourselves up. I think this was made like 30 levels into the set. being made. This room is unfortunately a little broken because you can just do that. You don't actually need the block to block off the paramecium. I overthought it when I made it, and I don't really know what I was thinking with enforcing it, but that's okay. So the whole idea with this level was just each little section of partial post has a focus on a different monster in CC1. Definitely not my favorite design in Walls of CC1 for sure. Okay, we'll do that later.
Bummer.
Oh, I just pressed left, dude. I'm getting tired. I'm recording this at a really late hour. I really should be in bed, but I wanted to get this made.
Bummer.
Tonight. I put off recording this for a long time. I've been very nervous about jumping back into doing this sort of thing. And I just hope it's enjoyable. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all I want. I just want it to make... I want to do this just because I have fun with it. I miss doing it. And just put myself out there. And not to be kind of corny or cheesy about it, but part of me feels like my grandmother would have wanted me to do this. She knew I was very, very passionate about this game. I can't I can't express how many times she has told me to try to make money off the levels I make for this game. But she didn't understand that you can't really do that. But I know what she was going for. And I love her for it. I miss her for it. I like how that walker room just gets filled up with the walker room just gets filled up with walkers. Okay, this is the last section to do. I'll be real, I would love to see a level that kind of takes this room's concept and just extends it a little bit more. That'd be cool. Maybe it's something I'll make, but I think other people can make more levels than me, to be completely honest. Alright, well that is 10 levels completed for this evening, everybody. I'm going to try to make this 10 levels a video, because even with 10 levels of video, that's like 130 parts or something like that. Actually, what is that? I'm going to look it up. Let's see, 1323 divided by 10. Oh yeah, we're looking at 130, at least 130 parts for sure. Maybe I'll do like special like 15 level, 20 level videos. You know, it kind of depends on what lines up here. We will see. But this is definitely going to be a more than 100 video part of series for sure. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I don't know how often I'll put these videos out. Probably just like once every couple of days. I hope this video gets pretty positively received. I hope seeing me, the real me, does not put you off at all. If it did, I did not mean to. It's just something new I wanted to try because, you know, I would like to take this experience further. I'd like to actually stream. Maybe I'll stream this series, you know, moving forward. Maybe just make this one video and stream the rest and make videos out of what I stream. Who knows? I have a lot of dead space right below me. So that could very easily be filled up with a chat or something. But we will see. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you did. And just good vibes all around. I'm happy to be back doing this. And I hope you take care. And whatever's going on in your life, I hope you will get through it. It's tough out there in the world, man. We all gotta be there for each other. Stay cool and take care. Until next time.